and, like, puts her on his hip. This is one of the things we were talking about just a minute ago. She's she's not a young kid. She was what, like 8, 10? Somewhere in there?
I think so. But I think she might be a little bit younger than that, too. Because in a little bit here, he asks her if she knows what the word kill means.
Okay.
And that would imply she was pretty young.
I guess I was just thinking she was simple. But she is pretty, like, as far as the doll goes, she is pretty simple. When I guess that's the nicest word to put. Because she's like, oh, the doll. I don't want my doll to be sad without me. And you have to be maybe fairly young to believe that.
Yeah, so maybe not 10, 12. Maybe, dare I say 6,
okay,
8.
That might make
8 at the most.
That might make it a little better. Because I'm just...
Oh, yeah, if she was like a 14-year-old, he wouldn't be able to pick her up and set her on his lap by any means. She would have to be like a little girl.
Yeah. Well, I'm just... Once you get to like the 10... definitely be weird with your hands.
Yeah. The way I look at it is if they slow you down while you're walking at a regular pace, then maybe they're still small enough to where you can pick them up for transportation.
Yeah.
You know what? This will be just let me do the walking and it's fine. Like when you're at the zoo.
Yeah.
But there again, these would be children
Yeah.
Or even better, your children.
Yeah. Because once they hit like 7 to 10, it's like a toss-up whether or not it's quicker to just let them walk.
Yeah. Right.
But he brings her to Violet's bedroom, and he sends her inside to get the key. He's going to stand outside and keep watch. And this is when Rachel is like rummaging around Violet's room. She knew she had to hurry, but after she grabs the key from the drawer, she climbs into her sleeping box to check on Sarah. And this kind of runs to what you were just saying, because you don't have to check on a doll. If you're above a certain age, you're not checking on your stuffed animals anymore.
Right. It didn't seem to me like she was checking to make sure that the doll was fully hidden. Like, did I not hide this away well enough? Am I being sneaky enough? She's checking to make sure the doll is okay.
Yeah, like the mental stability of the doll. Like,
right.
Are you doing okay?
Are you well?
Yeah.
But in all fairness, the fucking doll talks.
It does.
So who knows if this is a sentient being or what? The rules are a little bent with Sarah.
I will give her the doll talks, and Rachel's dealt with a little bit of trauma. So I feel like there's also a weird thing in kids' brains that, like, they can pull away. You know what I mean? Like, pull out of themselves and be like, oh, look at this world of my creation and my best friend type thing. I'm going to process the terrible traumas that have been done to me by pretending you're real.
Psycho-auditory hallucinations.
Yeah.
Most people can't pay for such a thing, Jade.
But after she checks on Sarah, and Sarah's like, yo, I'm good. Go do your shit. Rachel brings the key outside to Giller. She pulls it out of her pocket that has the fire stick in it. It, like, specifically says this. That's fucking foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert.
She also had a pocket protector, 2 pencils, a compass, some rope, and a knife.
A machete.
A machete. She had a whole ass machete. No, you're right. I don't know why it mentioned the fire starter other than foreshadowing. So, soft spoiler, everybody. Fire starter's a thing.
And why, as a slave that you know is on thin ice, like, she knows that she's always this close to being fucking beheaded. Not just stuck in a box or sent outside. She's always this close from being fucking beheaded.
Yeah, they have a whole conversation about the chopping of heads.
Yeah.
It's a pretty real threat.
She decides to throw caution to the wind and bring not only her doll inside, but also her fucking fire stick. Like, all this paraphernalia that's going to get her in trouble, potentially. She's just like, yeah, I'm going to carry it around. That's a good idea.
And she's bringing more in, too. Now she has Sarah in the box, which is something she has already decidedly said, no, I'm not going to do that. If they catch me with Sarah, they'll either throw Sarah in the fire.
Right.
Or, like we were just saying, chop my head off.
Yeah.
And she just Fuck it. I'm going to keep that in a fire starter. I'm going to keep a file for the bars of my sleeping box.
She doesn't even need a fire starter inside, guys.
357 revolver. Going to keep that machete, though.
Other people start the fires.
Pair of bolt cutters. Right. Yeah, right. Other people.
Fucking Sarah. No, fucking Rachel. Sarah's doing fine in her box. All right. Giller tells Rachel that they have to get out of the castle, but they have to be careful. She's going to have to be brave. And he tells her she's got to go do the shit that Violet told her she has to go do. And while she's down in the kitchen, she has to get a loaf of bread however she can. Then go wait in the jewel room.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, be brave. This is going to be tricky. You need to stick with the plan no matter what. She's like, I got you. She heads off to do her chore and immediately runs into fucking...
Princess Violent.
Violent, yes. And it goes right with the name because Rachel sees her, has a little moment of shock, regains her sensibilities. She bows to the princess like you're supposed to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
And the second she comes back up, Violet slaps her.
Yep, because she's a bitch.
Bitch.
And then she tells her, forget going to the kitchen. I need you to come help me do some shit. And Rachel, she's like, this is where I get confused. Because 1 second, she's like talking to a doll and thinking it's real. The next second, she's thinking on her toes and being super bright.
Right.
She tells Violet that she has to. She can't let her suffer through another dry roast, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely takes a card out of Giller's deck with this one. She's like, okay, I'm going to make you think that my excuse is for your benefit.
Yeah, she reverse psychologies her like a boss.
And yeah, easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Violet takes after her mother. And then she's like, all right, I will be meeting you in the jewel room after I try on my clothes and after you go do your shit then. And Rachel tries her best to be like, oh, you don't want to do that, though. You want to wait, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, there's a little back and forth, but eventually...
Yeah, Rachel knows that she just is going to have to hope that everything goes to plan.
Well, they're just going to have to go real fucking fast.
But apparently, she kind of reminds me of our son. She doesn't seem to do things very quickly. She gets a little distracted. She talks a lot.
Right, we don't have time for this right now. Go brush your teeth.
It can be stressful, though. And you know what helps with stressful situations, Nate?
You're so bad. I was going to ask, do you know what tastes awful right after you've brushed your teeth? I like yours better, though. What's that, JD?
Beer.
Oh, absolutely. Just thinking about bedtime has me all flustered. This week, we are drinking Carrot Cake Cream Ale from Perrin Brewing Company. We also have Aaron to thank for this one. He brought it over.
I don't know.
It was weeks ago, and it's been in the fridge, and he hasn't taken it back, and we haven't finished it. So, thanks, buddy. This one says, pour out a slice of sweet and creamy carrot cake, blended with real carrots, pineapple, and lactose, with a wide variety of specialty malts for a rich cake flavor and malty backbone. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jade.
What's that, Nate?
That sounds disgusting. Because that's exactly what I thought when I read those words together. I didn't think it sounded very good at all. But we actually have had this one before, and I can say that I was pleasantly surprised because it's fucking good.
Yeah. Perrin usually delivers with most things they do. I can drink them. I like them. They're good. And it's a malty backbone, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's creamy. Carrot beer does in no way
sound appetizing.
Yeah. But this has, like you said, a maltiness, a creaminess, and a certain sweetness to it that makes it not carrot heavy, but more like cake heavy.
I don't normally eat... Okay, honestly, if there's a choice of desserts and carrot cake is there, I'm probably not going to eat. Like, I don't know if I've ever chosen carrot cake off the dessert tray because there's always something better. But...
Unless there's only carrot cake.
Yeah, if it's only carrot... I don't even know if there's ever only been carrot cake. Who chooses carrot cake as their only dessert? Nobody.
I don't hate
Bugs
carrot
Bunny.
cake.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
I don't hate it either. I'm just saying it's never the first choice, only choice. It's never the only choice.
Well, the beer is good.
That's what I was getting to. I am super duper pleased with this beer. So if you can get your hands on it, make sure that you do. We will be back right after this.
And we are back, but not with Rachel. Instead, we are with Kaylin and Richard and a whole shitload of gars.
Yeah. Not
short-tailed gars.
Right. Not just one or two, though. Like lots.
Yes. Bunches.
They're at a fire spring, which I think is just like a hot spring. And they seem to be gathered around some type of egg-shaped something.
Maybe it's an egg.
Maybe.
Just a guess?
We don't know, though. It just looks like it might be.
Yeah. Gars could lay eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen him give birth. Richard wants a closer look because he's being a super duper smart person. Why would you want a closer look?
I mean, you wouldn't. You would want to keep as far away from these things as possible, especially considering their method of hunting.
Right.
They count their blood flies. So, yeah, no, stay away.
If there's that many of them, their blood flies have got to be going farther, like have a farther and farther radius that they're all hanging out in because they're all trying to get something, I'm assuming. So,
holy shit, I never thought of that. But yeah, you're probably right.
So no matter where you are watching them, you're within range of their blood flies probably. So keep it fucking moving, bud. And there's a cave called Shadrin's Cave that some people think goes all the way through the mountain.
But really, Shadrin just found it. He was like, wow, it's a cave.
Apparently he's like a beast of some kind.
Yeah, no, I think a Shadrin is a beast. I don't think his name is Shadrin.
Maybe it is. Maybe they were just confused.
Could be.
Maybe that's why he's so mad.
You don't even know me at all. I'm gonna go hide in my cave.
Well, that thing may or may not exist anyways. And Kaylin says that she thinks a lot of these stories are just stories. And Richard is just happy that she's talking because apparently she's been like stonewalling him since the shit with Shota.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand her willingness to mope a little bit. She has just been through a pretty extreme trial for her, just for her, not even Richard or any of the other shit. She just had to suck up her worst fear on the planet.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty intensely emotional. Not
Yeah.
saying that's the basis of the last chapter, but like that was intense. And I mean, she survived, but she got some really shit news. And so it's all just face down for her right now.
Yeah.
Not much to be happy about.
It does feel a little extreme, though. Like, if she's just not saying anything at all, I would be so pissed.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not trying to imply she's not taking it a little too far, because she totally is. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility for Kaylin to be feeling this way.
I'll give you that. They don't have cell phones or anything else to where if your traveling companion is just like, I'm not fucking talking to you anymore.
Right.
You could just be like, okay, cool. I'll just like put on Spotify or whatever and be fine. No, you can't just listen to a podcast and be cool for the rest of the day. You just have to sit there and listen to that person not talk to you.
What's the sound of a person not talking?
Annoying.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
They are on their way to Tamarang, and they come to an inverted fork, which sounds a lot more exciting than it is.
Yeah.
The path just twists over itself, basically. And Kaylin knows this. Richard obviously had no way of knowing this. So if they go right, they're going to end up left with the Gars. And if they go left, they're going to end up right towards Tamarang.
It's really good that Kaylin knows this because it literally just saved both of their asses. She must really have a good understanding of where she is at this point.
Yeah, she had to have walked this road a couple times at least.
Yeah, this one specifically, or these inverted forks all kind of look about the same. So she would be able to tell, oh, I know what this is.
They have some kind of
They
tell.
do that here. Yeah. Either way, She's knowledgeable about where they are.
Like a Michigan turnaround?
Yeah, like a Michigan turnaround. The only reason people from Florida get what that